joining us. I'm Lynn Brooks.
And I'm Terry Brewer. Up first tonight, big changes could soon be on the way to Tuscaloosa City schools. The details are in our top story tonight at 5 o'clock. Superintendent Dr. Paul McKendrick has unveiled his proposal to reform the system. Some of the ideas up for consideration include year-round school, accelerated classes, and enrichment programs. McKendrick's plan states there is uneven success among some of the schools, which is revealed by state test scores. Those schools include Central Elementary, Martin Luther King Jr. Elementary, Oakdale Elementary, West Lawn Middle School, and Central High School. Those would be the first schools to be involved in the proposed reform plan. McKendrick says the goal of the reforms are to close the achievement gap among students in the system. He says other states have had success with similar proposals.
First year they had a big jump in test scores because the first year they only, I think maybe the year before that, probably in the 60% kids passing. Now, testing in Virginia is a little more strenuous, a little bit more rigor than those here in Alabama, because Alabama you're looking at only math and reading, and a third one usually science.
Now, officials say the proposal will likely be on the December 20th regular board meeting agenda. That meeting is set for 6 o'clock at the City School Board. More information about the proposal is on our website. Just go to WVUATV.com. It's under the numbers and links section.
New at 5, a report about the state of Alabama's children brings some sad news. According to the National Center on Family Homelessness, 1 in 45 of children did not have a permanent roof over their heads last year. To make matters worse, the report also shows the state of Alabama is the worst in the nation for child homelessness. Officials say more than 1.6 million kids in our country were homeless in 2010. Southern states were rated poorly in general. Of the bottom 10 nationally, 6 are here in the South.
Also new for you at 5 o'clock, Tuscaloosa's new Transportation Museum is officially open. The Mildred Westervelt Warner Transportation Museum was dedicated today. It's housed inside the former Queen City Bathhouse. The museum features exhibits dealing with Tuscaloosa's role in transportation history. Officials say a lot of local historical items have been donated, including an entire car. Tuscaloosa Mayor Walt Maddox says the Transportation Museum is the latest addition to a growing riverfront.
If you look at our riverfront, it's becoming a first-class destination. This is just another addition. Within the past year, we've opened up the amphitheater, we've extended the Riverwalk, and now we open up the Transportation Museum.
Now, officials estimate the cost of the project to be around $1.2 million.
WVUA is covering Greene County. That's where a soldier and his daughter are celebrating a very special homecoming. This afternoon, Sergeant Mustafa McGee, who just returned from a 6-month deployment in Iraq, surprised his 6-year-old daughter, Cornisha, by dressing up as Santa and then stopping in on a school assembly. The expression on her face shows just how excited she was to see her dad. And he says it was a great feeling seeing his daughter for the first time in several months.
I actually felt pretty good seeing the smile on her face, the way she was sitting at the table when she realized that it was me behind the Santa beard and costume. So, felt pretty good.
Good for them. And McGee says right now he is not scheduled to deploy again, and he's looking forward to spending Christmas with his family.
'Tis the season for goodwill toward all, and sometimes emergency room trips from holiday decorating injuries. Now, the Consumer Product Safety Commission says injuries involving falls from ladders while stringing lights, cuts from broken glass ornaments, and other decorating activities are on the rise. The government estimates more than 13,000 people were treated in emergency rooms for those kinds of injuries during the last 2 months of 2010. The CPSC says Christmas tree fires are blamed for about 4 deaths each year and $18 million in property damage. Well, the size of your paycheck could depend on the latest showdown in Washington.
House Republicans and Senate Democrats have to decide on what it would take to extend the payroll tax cut that expires in just 2.5 weeks. Emily Schmidt has the latest from Washington.
The nation's capital has all the appearances of seasonal goodwill, but politics haven't caught up with the pictures.
If Senator Reid wants to hold up the jobs bill, then he will go on Santa's naughty list.
Not exactly nice statements from Republicans about Democrats or from Democrats about Republicans.
They are playing with the 160 million who need a payroll tax cut. And they are throwing on the trash heap of life 6 million who have lost their jobs and need unemployment insurance.
If Congress can't agree to extend the payroll tax cut, a worker earning $50,000 a year will take home about $1,000 fewer dollars next year. House Speaker John Boehner says the House has a solution.
Our job creation bill that will also have middle-class tax relief has been put together in a bipartisan way. It'll pass with a bipartisan vote today.
The bill extends the tax cut while shortening the weeks people receive unemployment benefits. It also speeds government approval process of an oil pipeline from Canada to Texas. The White House says President Obama would veto that bill. He wants a holiday recess put off until there's a deal.
The president's going to insist that they stay here until they get it done.
Recess is scheduled to begin late next week, so the holidays could arrive before an agreement. For WVUA News, I'm Emily Schmidt in Washington.
If the bill passes, it would cut back the length of jobless benefits from the current 99 weeks to 59 weeks.